Hello there, my earth signs. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald bringing you your love reading for the day of January 17th, 2023. So this is just a quick little read, a check-in, if you will, to see what the energy holds for us in our love lives. So first and foremost, we're going to start with Taurus of our earth signs. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have Four of Swords coming out for you. So I really feel like this is where you have decided to maybe take a step back, take a quick break, because you've been efforting for entirely too long. Like, you were looking for love relentlessly to the point of probably sheer exhaustion, right? Like, I feel like you need this alone time so bad. So this is like a quick break, taking a time out, assessing the situation, really checking in with yourself, and really processing a lot of your emotions. I do feel like this is going to be a sense of rejuvenation for you, and really like a check-in in the heart center, really getting you out of your head, so to speak. But I do think that as you check in with your emotions, check in that heart center, there will be a lot of things that you're going to be processing in those emotions, where you're going to have those aha type of moments, right? Where you're going to get some perspective from this. And so it's going to be like an end to this mindless chatter. I do feel like in the like serial dating that you were doing to try to find this perfect somebody to kind of fit in your life, I feel like you've gotten to this point of like depletion by maybe kind of putting on, your best version of you, really like putting all this energy and effort into, creating conversation, making sure that you were never, in a place where you didn't have anything to talk about, and really just, not giving yourself some time to just breathe, right? And so I feel like with that, it is really a time for you to kind of let your guard down, so to speak. So in this moment where you are resting, as your guard comes down, I feel like you're going to probably surprise yourself with this new perspective that you get, where as you let that guard down, things just kind of happen for you. Like, you'll just meet somebody and you're like not even looking for it. And so it's someone that you're just going to totally jive with, and it just kind of happens for you, and you're going to be super excited about that. So in those aha moments and in those moments of rest, remember that that can also be a time for you to manifest, and that can be a beautiful thing. So with that, out of the Romance Angels deck, we also get the card of very soon. So clearly decide what it is that you want, and it is going to come to you. It will come to you now. So really beautiful read here for you, Taurus. So moving into Virgo. Virgo, we have Seven of Cups for you out of the traditional deck, okay? So this is a card filled with lots of opportunity, lots of promise. Now look at that though. We have to be very careful about what we're choosing for ourselves, because we could end up getting really like bit by that snake if we pick the wrong thing, right? We look at that cup with this snake. We really want the cup full of the jewels and the castle and all the beautiful things, right? Now, with this Seven of Cups, this could be a time for you, Virgo, where you're feeling very overwhelmed by all of your options. If you're single, you're really out there looking, and you could have a lot of different opportunities to really like cast your reel or your net out there, so to speak, and everything will be coming up roses, because you're going to have your pick out of what you want. And so I feel that this is a good thing for those that are single. I do feel for those that are in a relationship, the song that comes in for this is can't have one without the other, love and marriage. And what I feel with that is it's like everywhere you go, there's the other. And so I feel like you're doing everything together. I feel like there is like a intertwining of your energies, and maybe even a little bit of a lack of a boundary, right? It's like where everything could be even like really new, where you're super excited about everything, but at the same token, it is not going to continue to work if you're operating at that level all of the time. And so, I really think for both parties, both single and in relationships, I really think the message here overall is to just be mindful of, even though you might have lots of options out there, it's so much promise that comes in with all of these things. Is it just simply taking a look at the pros and the cons and taking the good with the bad? Or is this person that you are looking at as an option, are they always coming up short? Are the actions and words not coinciding? Really make sure that what you're doing is grounded in reality, that you're not carried away with the lust factor when you two get together and things get like really heated and you're like, yay, this is so great. Don't dismiss red flags as they come up, right? So make sure that what is important to you is still at the forefront of all of the decisions that you are making, right? And so I think with that, out of all of that, we want to seek for balance, right? So not to get carried away and losing your sense of self within a relationship as well. Making sure that you're still taking time to do the things that you love to do for you and just for you, and don't let things that were routine in your life and very important and purposeful for you kind of fall by the wayside in the name of spending more time with that person. Still maintain that sense of individuality within that couplehood, because that is so important moving forward. And also setting a boundary if you feel like you need to set a boundary with certain things that you're seeing that you just feel like are not acceptable and you don't want to tolerate. And as you set that boundary, make sure that it is respected. The card that you get out of the Romance Angels is codependency. And so addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now that could be an actual addiction. That could be maybe somebody spending too much money. That could be somebody actually suffering with some sort of alcoholism. That could be somebody suffering with an actual desire to spend a lot of time with somebody for fear of feeling neglected by their partner as a result of that inner child trauma from things that they have had from the past and growing up that they have to work through with their own shadow self. So however that's playing out, I think that it's important, like I said, to just honor what you're seeing and set those boundaries moving forward, and maintain your own sense of individualism. You can support somebody as they work through things for themselves, as long as they're working through those things and you're striving to maintain that balance. And that's something that's healthy within a relationship. So moving on to Capricorn, last but not least, of course, Capricorn. We have two cards coming up for you out of the traditional deck. We have the Six of Swords coming out with the High Priestess. Now, when we look at the Six of Swords, that's like somebody leaving rougher waters, going into smoother waters. This could be somebody actually traveling, somebody just picking up all of their lessons and all their baggage, so to speak, and putting it on a ship and just saying, peace out, right? And when it comes in with the High Priestess, this is someone who's like highly intuitive, and really knows their worth, right? So I really feel for Capricorns out there, this is a situation where one relationship could be ending and a whole nother being, right on the brink of happening. Because what I feel with this is that High Priestess comes in, you have a vision for yourself, and you've had a vision all along. I feel like what is ending, you knew did not meet the requirements of the vision that you've had for yourself and what you've wanted for yourself. And so there is a sense of disenchantment with that, right? Where there's this whole disappointment with it. And so you are ready to leave the situation that is, I honestly feel like it's sheer chaos for you, emotionally, externally. The environment might be chaos. There might be arguments, right? And so it leads you to believe that you have no choice, honestly, but to leave. And so as you leave that, I feel your finances could be definitely be impacted. You could be meeting somebody new at work. So there's a whole financial piece that I'm kind of feeling into that's coming into play with this. But I think that what is happening with this is you're feeling that sense of disenchantment with the one situation, but as you're coming into this whole new situation, I feel, or you're feeling into it, like you're super excited about it, right? There's this sense of like enchantment with that, right? And so you're super excited. I feel like you're on the edge of your seat, just ready for whatever is about to happen, right? Now, this could be, maybe it isn't necessarily a person that's coming in for you. This could be you're falling back in love with yourself, with your life, with what life has to offer, right? Or it could be, for those that are getting out of the situation, they could be falling back in love with their life. Or for singles in general, it could be somebody new, right? So however this resonates, take this how it resonates. But what I feel is all of these new prospects in general that are showing up, I just feel like you're sitting on the edge of your seat, like this is such a cliffhanger. You don't know yet exactly how it's going to end, but you're willing to see it through. And so the romance card that comes up for you is flirt, right? You extend your lighthearted energy to others. So and finding that joyful energy for yourself and extending that to others, it brings more joy to you. Finding that lighthearted energy with the sense of everything that you're going through is only going to compel more joy to be to come to you, right? And so be it in love, be it in life, be it in your finances, it's just this overwhelming sense of abundance that will come from that. So there is a purpose to you feeling that sense of enchantment and being able to like roll with the punches with that. So make sure that you're looking for the magic that surrounds you throughout this whole process, because yes, leaving a situation can be very difficult. Yes, things might not look how you want them to look when it comes to your finances, but as you put more joy out into the world and more gratitude out into the world, you ultimately start to magnetize more of that to you, and things will be turning around in no time. And so, with this high priestess, you're honoring, yeah, I've been through a lot. Yeah, I have a lot of things going on, but I also know my worth, and I'm ready to go out there and claim what is the best for me. And so it's a beautiful message here for you, Capricorn. So thank you so much, Earth Signs, for tuning in today for January the 17th. And I hope you all have a phenomenal evening. And of course, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. If you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. Please don't hesitate to contact me. You can hit me up in the messenger on Facebook on my personal business page, Enchanted Emerald, or you can simply email me at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com, and don't hesitate to book a session with me right at the square site below, pinned in the description box below here on the YouTube, or at the top of the page on Enchanted Emerald on Facebook. Thank you so much. Take care.